Howdy there, neighbors. It's Happy Latcha back again with another Hydroneer video. Now, you may remember me saying this in my last video. Now, although I am not privy to the exact specifications of the mechanics, I like to think that as long as the bottom of your drill is within the confines of the ore vein sphere, that you should be good to go. Well, folks, with some recent developments, that mystery is getting closer and closer to being solved. That's right, myself, along with the help of Kodiak from the Discord, as well as the man behind the design you're going to see today, Temporal Wolf over on Reddit, who is a very brilliant builder in Hydroneer, but unfortunately, however, is apparently not the hentai guy. But with that out of the way, let's get into why you're really here and dive deeper into the science behind the new ore veins. Now, the first thing you're going to notice is that there are varying sizes of these ore veins. 3 different sizes to be exact. They come in 1 meter, 3 meters, and 5 meters. Here we're going to get a better look at like the full encompassing area of a 5 meter vein. You see it's in this very cubic sphere kind of structure here. But the question still stands, how many drills can you fit inside this vein? Well, the fact is that question begs a few more questions that we're going to have to answer first. One of which is a question that I pondered in my last video, and that is what exactly counts as the drill being inside the vein? Well, active member Kodak over on Discord has helped me answer that question for you, and he had some very interesting findings you probably wouldn't expect. Such as the fact that it's not just the bottom of the drill that counts, as you can absolutely have just the top end, the body part of the drill, inside the ore vein and still receive the buff. Another interesting but odd fact is that you... Love you, baby. I just kissed my girlfriend. How many nerds out there can say that? Maybe. Another interesting but odd fact is that you can actually have your drill on top of a valid vein space and still receive the buff. However, if it's below a valid vein space, you will not. So, buff, no buff. A bunch more ore? What are you, poor? Watch out, Elon Musk, daddy coming for you. Go f*** yourself. So if my understanding of this concept is correct, and I'll have to check with Temporal Wolf to make sure, he'll probably let me know shortly after I drop this video, but all of these drills right here should be in the buffable area of the ore vein. This middle section right here, because they are all, the top parts of the drill are within the ore vein itself. This row right here, because they're all on top of a valid ore vein space. This bottommost one, because the top part of the drill body is within a valid ore vein space. This one, because the whole drill is within the ore vein. And this last one, because it is on top of the uppermost valid vein space of the ore vein. So in this 3 meter Cloudium vein alone, we are looking at about 19 buffable spaces for drills. Now, of course, this setup isn't going to work exactly because you're not going to be able to run all the pipes you need to these drills. But because Temporal Wolf over on Reddit used his big, giant genius brain, we do have an answer to how many active drills receiving an ore vein buff can fit inside of a 5 meter ore vein. Now, the first thing we're going to do is look at some of the diagrams and photos that Temporal Wolf has put together and given to me to show you his process. Now, this first image shows kind of his theory developing. You see in the middle, the green blob there is what we saw earlier, which is the speculated valid ore spaces inside of a 5 meter vein. Now, the dark red squares represent places drills could go, and the pink represent the pipes. Now, over on the left, this is kind of theory that 16 could possibly fit in one, but we're not sure where all the pipes are going to go. Over on the right is a more simplified idea using 12 drills total that are definitely all going to be able to be piped up. In this next image, we see Temporal Wolf's best, most brilliant design that works, all piped up. You see on the left there is kind of the inside of what we're looking at on the right. And so the answer to the question of how many active drills can fit inside of a 5-meter vein is 14. Or is it? Let's take a closer look. First, let's take a look at some still images Temporal Wolf has provided me that show his pipe work. And let me tell you, buddy, Temporal Wolf knows how to lay some pipe. Now, there are 3 different angles here of this pipe work, and I'm going to kind of try to leave those on screen for just a little bit of time here so that maybe you can pause it and copy this work on your worlds, or just get a good feel for the layout of this. Once the piping's done, the hard part's pretty much over. The rest is just putting in the drills, setting up a nice little funnel, and then a conveyor system that is going to send that to your production line. Now, with all the big brain stuff out of the way, let's go get a look at this beast. So here we can see all 14 of these drills working in beautiful fashion now. Now, you will notice that it does not go without some discrepancies, but that's the name of the game. There's always stuff we can do better and stuff that we can improve upon. And that's really kind of a beautiful thing when you think about it. So yeah, there might be a little cleanup you have to maintain from time to time, but ultimately this goes off without a hitch. Now, one thing I did change is he had a funnel down here in the bottom part of his man-made funnel. But we all know how that can kind of go from time to time with the funnels in this game. So we got the 4 drills up here all facing outward. In the next layer, we've got 8 drills with the upper body part of the drills in the medius layer of the ore vein. And inside here in the bottommost layer, we've got 2 more drills for a total of 14. But is that really the maximum? Actually, no. Because Temporal Wolf, shortly after making this design, realized he forgot one little thing. And that thing was that all 4 of these uppermost drills can all be moved up 1 more block, putting them on top of a valid ore space, which we know works, allowing for 1 more drill to be worked into this system and be piped up. For a grand total of 15 drills, all inside a valid ore space. Now, there's no way I'm going to put my dumb brain hands on this beautiful machine here and try to figure that one out myself. I'm simply just going to hope that someone out there that sees this video takes this design and figures that out for themselves. Because I understand the concept, but no thanks. So although this design right now does not come without its flaws, it is still the most optimized design you're going to see out there today. And that's all thanks to Temporal Wolf from Reddit, using the knowledge of Kodiak from the Discord, and then feeding it to my tiny little redneck brain, baby, so that I could make this video. And I am so excited to see all you Hydro nerds out there go out and utilize this design in your worlds and your plots and see the masses of ores roll in. All right, we have learned a lot today, and I do believe the general consensus surrounding these ore veins is that they are worth it. You need to start using these today. They're just so powerful. The way I speculate these are going to be used, and probably should be used, is no matter the size of the system you have in any given plot, it is most definitely worth it to create little offshoots from the ore veins surrounding it into your main system, because the science is there, people. The increases you're going to see in the amount of ore by using these is exponential. I keep saying that word and using that word, but that's the only one that fits, because I believe in my last video, as you all hopefully saw, the comparison between the 2 machines, the control group and the one in the ore vein, was somewhere around, if my math is correct, an 1800% increase. And that is dumb. That is insane. These things might get nerfed, to be honest. But in the meantime, I definitely suggest you go out there, you build this design, you utilize these ore veins in your game yourself. That being said, I believe it's time we're going to wrap it up today, and I thank you all so very much for stopping by, checking this out, and I hope you really took something away from it. I hope you learned something new, and I really do hope to see all of this cool little knowledge. I want to see it be utilized out there in the community. That being said, I've been Happy Latcha, this has been Game Gravy, and I do thank you all for stopping by. I'll see you in the next one. Whatcha? Hit my music.